Now, when you're working with absolute value, there are real world applications to it, of course. Um, One thing that can be handy is to draw a little picture of what's going on. You can sometimes even figure out the answer without having to set or solve the absolute value equation. That's what I'm going to do here. And we're going to do it both ways. We're going to talk about it just generically, like trying to figure out what's going on. And then we're going to actually set up the equation and do it the proper way. So, the temperature of an enclosure for a pet snake should be about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take 5 degrees. So it's giving you two pieces. It's kind of giving you what it should be, but it's okay if it's off by 5 degrees. So basically the idea here is you got some thermometer, right? And it says 80 degrees is the ideal. But it could be a little bit warmer than that. It could be 5 degrees warmer, which would be 85, and 5 degrees cooler, which would be 75 degrees. So this whole range here is the acceptable range for the snake. And you can tell based on the question and just drawing this picture out here what the maximum and minimum temperatures are going to be, 85 and 75. The question is, how do we find that equation for something that we might not be able to draw out in the future? Well, we're going to use a very simple little pattern. It's not necessarily a formula, it's just kind of a pattern for all these things. We have to be able to identify the center. So there's some point that this absolute value is all based around. And then we have to find the range. Now, you can get these from the context of the problem. So the first part here, the 80 degrees Fahrenheit, that is our center. And the give or take 5 degrees, that is our range. Because it's telling you the range of what the how far the temperature can adjust. 83 degrees, that's fine. 74, too cold. It's a little bit too far away. So, all we do is we plug it in. Absolute value of x minus 80 equals the range of 5. The absolute value equals a positive. We're good to go. So we're going to split it into our positive part. X minus 80 equals 5. And our negative part, x minus 80 equals negative 5. And we go to solve, add 80 to both sides. X equals 80. Ooh, 85. I should actually add those numbers together. And now we solve the other side. We add 80 to both sides. And here we get x equals 75. So our solutions, you can see it came out to be the same as what our little drawing gave us as well. The minimum temp is 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and the maximum temp is 85 degrees Fahrenheit.